To the Varnari, humans were nothing special. They were soft, thin skin, bones that broke easily, and too many emotions. Most alien races saw humans as weak, even if they were smart. Ambassador Tech, a senior diplomat from the Varnari, once joked, "At a summit, humans are made of water, nerves, and too much coffee." Everyone laughed, but no one laughed after what happened on Keller Station. Keller Station floated above the moon Ural, a peaceful place where hundreds of species lived together. There were scientists, children, families, and traders. It was safe until the explosion. No one knew what caused it. Some blamed a broken power cell. Others whispered about a hidden attack. Whatever the truth was, Sector 5 caught fire. Smoke spread fast. Emergency systems failed. The fire doors didn't close. Alarms screamed, lights flickered, and thick smoke filled the air. Panic followed. Aliens ran in every direction. Most escaped. But not everyone. Inside the daycare pod of Sector 5, a small Varnari child was trapped. Her name was Nari. She was only 5 cycles old. Her parents were away at a science meeting when the fire broke out. Naria had hidden under a table when the roof collapsed. A metal beam fell and blocked the exit. The rescue team tried to reach her, but the heat was too strong. Their robots couldn't get through the wreckage. The command center told the crew to stop trying. Too dangerous, they said. No one can survive in there. Lieutenant Jiwoo didn't agree. Jiwoo was human. She worked as part of the emergency crew. She was calm, quiet, and always did her job without needing attention. She wasn't a soldier. She wasn't even wearing fire armor. But when she heard a child was trapped, something changed in her eyes. She looked at the screens and saw the little girl crying in the corner. The heat levels were rising fast. Everyone was shouting over the comms, "It's too late, don't go in. You'll die in there." Giwoo said nothing. She took a deep breath, grabbed a half-broken air mask, and ran straight toward the fire. Yoon, her alien partner, saw her go. "Jiwoo," he shouted, "that's suicide. You're fragile. You're not built for this." But she kept running. The hallway was already melting. The walls glowed red. Jiwoo's mask cracked, but she pushed forward. She used her bare hands to pull open a jammed door. Her skin burned from the heat. But she didn't stop. The camera showed her climbing into a small vent. It was narrow and full of smoke. She crawled for 20 meters, dragging herself through ash and fire, and she dropped down through the ceiling of the daycare pod. Nari was coughing and scared. Her blue skin was covered in dust. She looked up and saw Jiwoo hair singed, suit torn, face covered in sweat and smoke without saying a word. Jiwoo took off her jacket and wrapped it around Nari. The fire blocked the exit. The only way out was back through the same fire. Jiwoo had just come through, and she did. Holding the child close, Jiwoo ran back. The flames were worse now. The walls cracked. A gas pipe exploded behind her. But she held Nari tight and kept going. She didn't look back. Her voice finally came through the comms. Just one line. "I have the child." And then the line went silent. Everyone at the command center held their breath. Cameras failed. No one knew if she made it until the fire doors opened and Jiwoo walked out. Smoke poured from the hallway. Her uniform was burned. Her arms were bleeding. But she was holding Nari in her arms. The child was alive, safe. Then Jiwoo collapsed. She didn't wake up for days. But that moment, the moment a human walked through fire for a child not her own, changed everything. The galaxy would never see humans. Until a human walked through fire, Lieutenant Jiwoo did not open her eyes for 5 days. She was placed in the medical pod, covered in healing gel. Machines kept her alive. Her skin was badly burned. Her lungs were damaged by smoke. The doctors didn't know if she would survive. "She has a strong heart," one of them said. But this was too much. Nari, the little Varnari child, was safe. She had no burns, no broken bones, just a scratch on her arm. She stayed with her parents in the visitor wing, but she kept asking one question. Where is the human? Someone uploaded the security footage. It spread across the networks like fire. Millions watched as a human woman without armor, without orders, ran through the flames to save a child. People cried. Some couldn't believe it. She could have run away, one viewer said. She didn't have to go in. But she did, said another. She went in anyway. Ambassador Tex stood silently at Jiwoo's bedside on the 5th day. He had no words. This was the same man who once called humans caffeine creatures. Now, he watched one fight for her life, after saving a child not her own. Behind him stood Nari's parents. They were idle, cold, not known for showing emotion. But both of them had tears in their eyes. She knew it was hopeless. Narice's mother said quietly, but she went anyway. Dek gave a small nod. They say humans are fragile, he whispered. But maybe they are something else. That same week, schools across 3 planets started teaching Jiwoo's story. They called it The Human Who Walked Through Fire. Children drew pictures of her. News stories called her a hero. Few even said she was foolish, but none called her weak. On the 7th day, Jiwoo woke up. She blinked slowly, her face wrapped in bandages. A nurse leaned over her and smiled. You made it, she said. Her voice was dry, almost a whisper. Is the child okay? The nurse nodded. She's safe. She asks about you every day. Jiwoo closed her eyes again, and this time she smiled. Later, when she was able to sit up, the Galactic Accord sent a delegation to her hospital room. They gave her a medal. It wasn't for war. It wasn't for winning a battle. It was for something else. Courage. When the ambassador asked why she did it, Jiwoo shrugged, her voice still weak. She was just a kid, she said. Didn't matter what species. People from every corner of the galaxy saw that interview. They repeated her words again and again. Didn't matter what species. Simple. Clear. Human. Months later, when Jiwoo returned to duty, she still had scars. Her arms were marked from the fire, but she didn't hide them. She wore short sleeves. She said, I don't want to forget. At the center of Keller Station, workers built a statue. It showed Jiwoo holding Nari, walking through a wall of flames. Aliens from different worlds came to see it. They stood in silence. Some left flowers. Others just stared. At the bottom of the statue was a small metal plaque. It said, They called us fragile, till we walked through fire. No one used the word fragile to describe humans after that now. They used other words. Resilient, brave, fierce, and one word the galaxy had. Almost forgotten: hopeful, because in a moment of fear, when everyone else ran away, one human ran toward. The danger, not for glory, not for a reward, but because a child needed help. And that is enough.